Jason wakes up to a futuristic society and is greeted as if he is a godlike king. Jason starts to have memories of this dimension. He is worshipped by many as the Zeogold Tyrannos, like his forefathers before him. His subjects, guards, and military officers are fellow Tyrannos sentries. They greeted him and showed him the designs of the giant statue of Pyramidus that is being built by his citizens voluntarily. This is to show their love and admiration of him as their Tyrannos so much. It is evident as he sees giant statues of the red mighty Morphin Power Ranger with the dragon shield everywhere. Was he in a coma and time traveled to the future? Many worship the statues of Jason's honor as if they are deities descended from heaven. Jason is starting to feel something is off. He remembers he is not of his origins, and even if he is, he would not want to be glorified. This is not what the peace conference has taught him to be. Jason believes in no reward, no witness. That's the moment when he can truly be himself to fight evil. Jason does not want to be worshipped by the masses for his victory. It is not him. As he is inspecting his planet, the Tyrannos sentries tell Jason that his people are well fed and are happy. As the sentries try to guide Jason back to his throne room, Jason sneaks out of his palace, using one of his statues as a double. At night, he slowly discovered his citizens were forced into labor in building his monuments. Through his inspection, he realizes the people are faking their smiles. Their food and rations are short. Many were ripped away from their families by the sentries and crushed by the sentries if they disobeyed. There was famine everywhere. All resources that could have been given to the citizens were reallocated to build tributes to the glorious Zeogold Tyrannos. Jason, seeing how cruel the slaves were being treated, called for an emergency meeting. He tells the sentries to stop the building of the Pyramidus statue and end this slavery. The carrier Zord Pyramidus is already enough to defend the planet. Sentries were confused and told Jason that is the burden of being the Lord of Triforia. Jason was in disbelief and ordered the tributes, statues, and slavery has to be discontinued. Jason said he will forfeit the Zeo King powers if that's what it takes. The sentries offered him to embrace and become the Tyrant King. Jason again refuses. If people are suffering under his cause, and he is not even able to defend them, he has no right to wield the throne, and he throws the Zeo power staff onto the ground. The sentries laugh and tell Jason he actually has no power over them, and he will then become just a puppet head. They will do what is necessary to keep themselves in power and in control of the masses. Jason tells them he will take down this corrupt government or die trying. The 5 Tyrannos sentries try to attack Jason. To Jason's surprise, his morpher was intact, and Jason morphs into the armored Red Ranger. The Tyrannos sentries fought a good fight, but were finally defeated by Jason. The sentries tell Jason to yield the Zeo power staff and take power of tyrants. It is the only way. The other Tyrannos sentries see him as the victor and bow before him. Jason tells them all to stop this and follow him back to the palace. Jason refuses the powers again and throws the Zeo power staff away. He demorphs, not wanting to have anything to do with anything this despicable. He spares his sentries and walks back to his palace. He tells his subjects to host a grand meeting. Jason addresses his people and tells them all they are freed, and he will reorganize this world into a constitutional monarchy. The people will have the power and decide what is right for them. One of his servants held the power staff to him and asked who should be able to wield the King Ranger powers. Jason says anyone who is righteous enough, which somehow sets the staff to a specific standard of settings. Before he knew it, the Zeo power staff flew towards him. Jason catches the staff and it teleports him back to reality. Turns out this was actually not a vision. This actually happened, but altered to fit Jason's point of view to a certain extent. Jason's spirit was placed into the monarch of Triforia, who suggested constitutional monarchy in the past. He actually aided Triforian history into becoming what UAOH is today. It wants to test if he's worthy of wielding the powers of Zeogold, and he passes the trial of power corruption. And how Jason programmed the staff in the past was the reason for Trey of Triforia becoming the first King Ranger. By the end of the Zeogold power trial, Jason was accepted as the Zeo King Ranger and stripped Gasket of his upgrade. However, his human physiology couldn't hold on to the King Ranger power directly. Thus, Zordon instructed Jason to take out his Tyrannosaurus power coin and Morpher, and Trey of Triforia used his golden power staff to update the Tyrannos power coin and power Morpher. They are temporarily transformed into the Zeo Monarch coin, and the Power Morpher was changed into the Gold Zeo Morpher. And back in the 90s, this would boost a lot of toy sales and save a lot of money for the toy manufacturers. Same mold, new stickers, new spray paint, easy money. In this season, Jason returns to assist the Rangers. As he was originally the leader in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Tommy wasn't made a leader until his departure, Tommy originally wants Jason to take back the role as leader. However, Jason refused, as he said Tommy is more suitable in charge, being able to guide the rest of the Rangers to adapt to new powers. Jason himself is still adjusting between the Zeo and Mighty Morphin powers. Jason usually takes up second in command,